you will never avoid discipline again after this. Carl Jung.
Discipline isn't punishment. It's not cold, rigid, or cruel. It's not about denying yourself joy. It's about choosing your future over your impulses, choosing alignment over comfort. Because the truth is, you are always being trained.
Either by your habits or by your discipline. One molds you in silence, the other shatters you in chaos. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." And most people? They live by impulse, reacting, avoiding, escaping, then wondering why they feel powerless, why their life never aligns, why their dreams remain dreams. But what if power isn't found in chasing motivation, but in mastering yourself, especially when no one's watching? Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you're meant to become, and most never cross it, not because they can't, but because it's uncomfortable. It asks you to delay gratification, to say no to your weaker self, to rise before the excuses do. It demands presence, consistency, and restraint. Three things modern life quietly works to destroy, because distraction is a drug. It numbs you just enough to forget you're falling behind. You scroll, you snack, you snooze, and the voice inside that once screamed for more fades into background noise. That's not peace, that's paralysis. And the more you avoid discipline, the more discipline you'll require just to feel alive again. You begin to rot, not from failure, but from avoidance. See, discipline isn't about doing the hard thing once. It's about choosing the hard thing again and again and again. Even when you're tired, even when no one's clapping, even when results are invisible. That's the price of real freedom. Not the freedom to do whatever you want, but the freedom from being controlled by what you crave. Because without discipline, you don't have dreams, you have wishes, you don't have progress, you have potential. And potential without discipline, it rots into regret. Jung understood that inner chaos reflects outer patterns. If you can't command yourself, someone else will. Your employer, your cravings, your past, your fears. Something will always lead you. And if it's not discipline, it's destruction. Most people say they want success, but what they really want is the feeling of success without the process. They want the outcome, but not the structure. They crave the rewards, but not the repetition. And that's why their life stays stuck in cycles. Bursts of effort, followed by collapse, hype, then burnout, because they haven't trained their nervous system for consistency, only stimulation. But here's the truth most avoid. You don't need more motivation. You need less negotiation. Discipline means you don't ask, "Do I feel like it?" You just do it. Because feelings are fleeting. But discipline builds identity. Each time you keep your word, even when it's hard, you become someone you trust. And that's the foundation of power. You know what breaks people? It's not failure, it's inconsistency. They start strong, then drift. They make promises, then break them in private. They look disciplined on the outside, but inside they're scattered, full of unfinished projects, unkept commitments, and 100 abandoned versions of themselves. Carl Jung warned, the most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. Because when you sit with yourself, without distractions, you come face to face with what you've avoided, the discipline you betrayed, the patterns you pretend are habits, and the truth. that no one's coming to save you from your own laziness. That's the awakening, when you stop blaming circumstances and start rebuilding your character. Real discipline isn't dramatic. It doesn't post daily grind selfies. It doesn't seek applause. It's quiet, unsexy, uncelebrated. It's waking up when the bed is warm. It's choosing a workout over another episode. It's sitting in discomfort, mentally, emotionally, physically, without needing to escape it. Because that discomfort, it's where identity is forged. Not in what you do once, but in what you do always. You become disciplined not by shouting affirmations, but by proving to yourself, over and over again, that your word is law, that you show up even when it's inconvenient, especially then. And slowly, something shifts. You don't need to feel like it anymore. You just do it. Because it's who you are now. Not a goal, but a baseline. You start noticing something strange. You don't crave chaos anymore. You don't chase validation. You don't explain your choices. Because your discipline becomes your protection. From manipulation, from self-doubt, from the noise of a world addicted to shortcuts. People around you will start asking, what changed? And you'll smile, because it wasn't some secret hack. It wasn't luck. It was repetition. It was grit. It was the decision to stop negotiating with weakness. You'll see others stuck in cycles. Start, quit, complain, repeat. And you'll be rising, quietly, daily, unstoppably. And that kind of rise, it's not loud, but it's permanent. Discipline isn't just a habit. It's a spiritual path, a silent contract between who you are and who you refuse to die as. It's the fire you walk through, not because it's easy, but because staying the same is more painful. Carl Jung taught that true transformation begins not with inspiration, but with confrontation. You must confront your distractions, your addictions, your excuses, and in doing so, you reclaim your soul from comfort. Because every time you choose structure over chaos, action over delay, truth over escape, you are writing a new identity, not with words, but with discipline. And one day, without warning, you'll look in the mirror and realize you've become the person you used to pray for. Not because you wished harder, but because you built it. Day by day, rep by rep, in silence,